Hey guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin evening wrap. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So here we have Bitcoin on the 4 hour. So I mean, looking at it, you could say we have come up and tested this resistance, the underside, but we've not quite got there, have we? And this is a resistance zone, so to actually test it, you'd expect to at least get into the zone, which we haven't. So what looks like we could be happening here, though, if we extend this line a bit along. This does look at the moment, at presently, like it could be one of our textbook breakout the horizontal level here, back test, and then obviously catapult our way to the upside. We have seen it many times in this trend so far. The breakout above here, the back test, and then the catapult upwards, the breakout above here, the back test. I mean, you can kind of see this is looking very similar to this here, back test, and then absolute catapult to the upside. Yeah, I mean, a sort of a breakout here, a back test at the bottom of the triangle, and a breakout there. I mean, it is typical of price action in a bull market. The stair stepping upwards, they're basically breaking out, back testing, breaking up, back testing the next level, breaking up. So is that what we have got? Is that what we've got on our hands? Because if it is, then we are probably in like the next, within the next 2 or 3 maximum, probably next 2 4-hour candles, are going to see Bitcoin all-time highs about 20k. So that is potentially on the table. There is obviously a lot of bullish action. People can buy PayPal through Bitcoin now. You know, people can buy Bitcoin through PayPal. I've been reliably informed. Not that I'd ever use PayPal, but hey, it is quite easy. This is kind of what happened in the last bull market. You'd just be getting these market buy orders, just people just buying chunks of Bitcoin. Oh, I'll buy £1,000 or $1,000 worth, and then they just basically Coinbase just market buys it for them. But yeah, I mean, that could literally be what's happening. It could easily blast us through this 20k. I mean, when you get to these toppy levels, and you're waiting, I mean, we are realistically waiting for a blow off top. I mean, this 4-hour price action, whilst is, I mean, you could call it overextended by how long it's gone on for, but it's not exactly hit at any form of a blow off top or a parabola. I guess obviously we could look at it at a daily, but even on the daily, there's no hockey stick. Or J-hook as they call it. There's no hockey stick. There is no, it's not gone parabolic basically. So is it going to go parabolic? And are we going to like maybe tap something crazy like 24k, 23, 24, somewhere up here in a straight line, and then come down, then consolidate above 20k, potentially lose that, and then trade some downside? I mean, I'm open to offers, guys. Could someone else give me a possibility? But yeah, I mean, the flip side to this though, is finally the trend of breaking out, back testing, and then breaking back up again can break. This could be a break. The thing is though, if we do lose this level, we have still got this nice trend line to catch us anyway, and we could also extend this horizontal as well. So we've still got plenty of catch points. Yeah, and then we've obviously got this support level here, at which point we could just trade sideways in this range here for a while. Basically 17.5 to, well, we could call it 19.5, 17.5 to 19.5, 2k range. You could realistically call it a bit lower and a bit higher, but yeah, maybe this is what we could be doing for a while. I mean, it's interesting to see. It is hard to call a top until we get like a proper parabolic top action. This minus this recent price action, this was looking like it could potentially be a top, but I mean, we plowed on higher, we plowed on upwards. So obviously it is not well, yeah, I mean, we're not confirmed as a high here in any way, shape or form. Yeah, interesting, very interesting markets, guys. I mean, obviously you guys were aware this was my original scenario, was we were gonna basically trade in this range. I mean, we may well still do, but I mean, for us, I feel like now we'd have to have a blow off top, come back down, and then come into this range. It's just, do I just see a big massive red candle coming in now when price action is just generally so orderly? Not really, not unless something happens, but I can't see anything happening at the moment. It all just seems to be bullish news flow. Everyone's coming out of the woodwork saying how great Bitcoin is. All these no coiners or anti-Bitcoin people are changing their mind. Even was it Nouriel Rubini? Has he changed his mind, or was it the other guy? It's not Peter Schiff. Obviously, he will never change his mind because he probably is a Bitcoin holder because he's a smart guy. He is a smart guy. He can buy Bitcoin and then trash talk Bitcoin and generate loads of publicity for himself, which he basically has done. I obviously know who Peter Schiff is previously due to Austrian school economics, but a lot of you crypto people out there wouldn't have heard of Peter Schiff if it wasn't for he's just Bitcoin bashing. So he has obviously got himself notoriety. And I mean, secretly, will he own it? I have said this to people before. I mean, he definitely owns it, even if it's like as a hedge. He'll own it, and then he'll badmouth it, and of course he would never say he owned it, apart from he did say he did own some but lost the keys, which just seemed like an anti-Bitcoin publicity stunt. And just get more attention when obviously the Bitcoiners are like, well, do you know what I mean? You lose your keys, you're in it. Anyway, just that sort of publicity. All publicity is good publicity. Anyway, I don't know if it's Nouriel Rubini. I don't know if it was someone else, but yeah, they've said Bitcoin is actually good. Right, DXY. So DXY, the real driver of this market. Look at it, guys. It is literally about to fall out of bed here. It is looking so bad that it's either going to have a big massive green candle to the upside or a big massive green candle to the downside. You can see vol is contracting. You can actually see a quite large descending wedge here as well. So we'll actually draw that on because that could actually be of some importance here. It could be. I'm not as sure. It's going to mess my chart up, but you can kind of see it. Maybe we do get a big breakup. Maybe this is just making everyone think we're going to collapse, like I do indeed think, and then have a big massive move up. But I kind of feel like we did have that a couple of times. We had it here. So can they muster it again in the dollar? But they don't want to, you guys. They don't want a strong dollar. The US is going to be walked into negative rates. The US is going to basically do some form of UBI. It's going to money print corporate bailouts just to the high heaven in printing, and it's just that's just the reality until the currency collapses. They got no other option. S&P stocks obviously benefiting from the weak dollar as well. This looking very good. This is looking particularly bullish. All I will say is we've got obviously the 4-hour 9, but yeah, looking particularly bullish. Ethereum, Bitcoin, obviously went absolute parabolic. Topped basically on a 4-hour 9, had a very nice pullback. This is like quite a nice bullish candle here, nice long wick. And then once we take out, I mean, we could conservatively just say this horizontal rather than higher the candle, but take out this horizontal, this will just like look like continuation to the upside, even if we do consolidate here and then break up. The USD pairing is holding that nice 600 handle, 6 handle very well. It did basically also at the 4-hour 9, but yeah. I mean, looking good for alts. Bitcoin dominance itself had a nice pullback and now looking to come back and swipe these lows potentially. So everything looking good. Even Tesla, is that all it's up? 6%. I mean, I had a message from my friend. You guys all know I spoke about him a few times. The all-in Tesla guy, literally all in. Yeah, I mean, basically, this is our target. So you can see it. We're not far away from it. Basically, was my target from breaking this triangle. I mean, even if we turned around and came down now, I would say that's pretty much got there. But yeah, a little bit more juice in that. We have got this long-term trend line here as well. if we were going to reject anywhere higher and just continue to the upside, this would be a potential rejection point. But yeah, I'm surprised to only see it up 6% because I was getting messages saying, have you seen Tesla? Have you seen Tesla? And in all fairness, I literally didn't look at it until just now because I've only been speaking to him recently. But yeah, anyway, I mean, it's textbook. I mean, have you seen my chart? Have you seen my chart? It's there. So anyway, what else can we look at? Gold is hating life. I mean, basically, it dropped this level. Obviously, as we know, our next level, our next target is this level down here. Not really much until we get there. No real reason to not hit there, seeing as we broke down. So yeah, gold down and Bitcoin up. Gold down and Bitcoin up. Poor Pete. Poor Pete. Let's just have a minute silence for Pete. No, I'm not gonna make you sit through a minute of silence. Silver holding up a lot better than gold though. And I know Peter Schiff likes silver as well. And I know he was saying to obviously when this ratio was high, when Mr. Tony Vase was saying he wants to sell all his silver and buy gold at the absolute high of the gold silver ratio. Peter Schiff was actually saying sell gold and buy silver. So fair play, he called that. Metals are his market. In all fairness, so like I said, Peter Schiff's a smart guy, and he will own Bitcoin. He just will. He will understand the actual pure marketing value of just publicly bashing Bitcoin and being a public gold bug. So I mean, the guy buys. He buys a lot of international stocks because basically he's betting on dollar weakness. That's his precious metal play is betting on dollar weakness, and all he's got to do is look at the inverse correlation between dollar down and Bitcoin up to basically also he will know that that's a good investment himself also. So there you go. Peter Schiff is in Bitcoin. There you go. I'm telling you now. Occam's razor is basically telling me he's in Bitcoin. It is the most likely scenario, therefore it is true. And that is it. So let's have a look at that weekly TD. So we are I mean, if we saw a big massive green candle, guys, I'm talking about the size of this one, potentially even more, because this is the 9. Let's say a little bit more than this candle, let's say about here. Let me just show you where this is going to take us. We'll do it from the open of the candle. It's going to take us to 23k. So yeah, 23, 24k on an acceleration of this weekly 9 candle. 100% not out of the question. The only thing is, we do know this 9 is obviously has worked out a bit better for us and is a big massive acceleration on that 9 candle. All I will say is that we are trading above it. Which just means continuation buy. So I mean, ordinarily I'll be like, yeah, there's just continuation buy, we can ignore this 9, but we just have the weekly 9 as well here as well, so it kind of tells me that we are going to meet some form of resistance. And let me just remind you, the bi-weekly 9, what it did to us. The bi-weekly 9, what it did to the market there. Let me just remind you, the bi-weekly 9 here and what it did to the market. These 9s are powerful things. Higher time frames and more power. So this is a good looking. Well, I'm obviously want crypto to go up, but this is a good looking indicator for a potential pullback. So we have got to be aware of this, guys. And I will remind you guys that when we had this bi-weekly 9 and things were looking fantastic, breaking above this level, people weren't especially expecting this pullback that happened off it. So people definitely not really, well, I say people aren't expecting a pullback. Some people are expecting a pullback. Some people always expect a pullback when the market goes up a lot. They just like when sell. That's just what they like to do. But anyway, so let's have a look at those stochastics finally. How are they doing? 4 hour. Yeah, I mean 4 hour. I mean we basically said start getting some momentum to the upside. It's going to get the price going to the upside, which it well initially did. The 10 and 12 hour, what are they doing? Yeah, I mean if they start to make moves to the upside, we are going to see 20k. 12 hour has tipped back down though. Like I said, we ignore this trend line now. because just purely the function of time is going to get us out of it. But yeah, basically if we get down into here in the 12 hour though, then I mean I would be looking for that potential sideways to down. It doesn't have to be down, just sideways trading. Daily as well, looking well. Daily as well looks fine. It's going to take a bit for this to take a bit of effort for this to come down. So daily is looking good. 2 days looking good. 3 days. I mean everything about it is looking good. Everything is looking good. Apart from, well, the 12 hour nearly. And obviously 4 hour would turn over relatively quickly with any sort of move down from where we are here. But yeah, overall, stochastics a little bit of a difficult read. They are bullish until they aren't, basically. They're bullish until some of those start to turn down and come into the purple area. The 12 hours bullish until it comes down into the purple area. 4 hours bullish until it obviously turns down, which it isn't at the moment. And 10 hours bullish as well until it turns down. So stochastics on our side. Yeah, broke the level, back test, catapult to the upside. I mean, if it happens, we are not going to be surprised, because it is just normal, perfectly normal market movement. That's not straight. Anyway, so that is it for this video, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to do a video tomorrow about how basically, so with the adverts are annoying, and I watch YouTube videos and I know how annoying the adverts are and how there seems to be so many more of them. But I did notice when I basically don't have them, my videos, those videos seem to get less views, and I think it made sense to me that YouTube isn't going to be that interested in promoting videos that it isn't making money off, because the ads are disabled. So what I had this great idea. So basically I'm just gonna have the ads on, but I'm just gonna every month I'm just gonna pick a winner to basically have all the ad revenue, and it isn't much. At the moment. Maybe it's about $50 a month, maybe. It basically is peanuts. That's why I didn't want to have the ads on, but then I realized I was getting less views, so I'm gonna basically donate that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sort of list of people in the Telegram chat, people that I recognize, that talk, that interact, and then yeah, I'm going to basically add them to a list, put a number next to their name and draw a random number at the end of each month, and they'll get the money. So yeah, I mean, you guys watch the ads, but yeah, so if you basically guys do like, comment and subscribe, if you guys do get my view count up, you guys do get my ad revenue up, then that ad revenue is all going to go to you guys, basically, because it's just, I wasn't even going to have it at all, because it isn't much and it's just annoying, the adverts, but it seems like I do need them. So the least I can do is just give you guys the money. And then also there actually is a real benefit for me if you guys like, comment, subscribe, share my videos in other channels, in other Telegram chats or WhatsApp chats or other groups. Then that gets me more subscribers, it gets me more views, it gets me more ad money, and then you guys obviously I've got a chance of winning more money. And then what also I'll do, I mean, if it does work, if my channel grows, I start getting more. If I start getting like a decent amount of ad money, I'll probably split it into like even maybe like say 3 or 4 equal amounts to give to people, or maybe like a scale, like a first, second and third prize, with the first being like the most. But yeah, we'll do that every month. We'll work it out. We'll work the details out as we go along. But yeah, so the ads are on, unfortunately. The ad revenue is going to you guys. You guys obviously help the ad revenue build up. You guys get more money, basically. And I grow my channel as well, which is obviously that is the main benefit for me, in all fairness. So thanks a lot for listening, guys. A lot of financial advice. Not YouTube ad revenue advice either, but I do actually think that is solid advice. I've not ever seen anyone else do anything like that, but hey, I don't monitor too many other people's channels. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you guys in the morning.